everyone, Cardi C here. First video I've put out in quite some time, but I needed to document and chronicle the state of my collection at the end of 2022. So without further ado, here are the top 50 cards in my collection. Coming in at number 50 is the 1997 Skybox EX Nomar Garciaparra credentials out of 299. You can see out of 299 down here. Have probably about, I don't know, 10 or 15 Nomars in the top 50 this year. First year credentials. You'll see a couple more there. Next up at number 49, we have 2004 Skybox Autographics. This is the Royal Insignia out of 25. You can see it on the back there. I just love the minimalist design of this card. Nothing super special. They have a facsimile auto. The facsimile auto has purple foil. The base of this is like a tannish color. It's number 49. Was not ranked on the list last year. Number 48 is the 1998 Bowman Chrome Golden Anniversary Refractor. And this is numbered out of 50. Was lucky enough to pick this up from Double X the Beast. You can see 6 of 50 there. And the only thing different about this card is that it has a gold script with the facsimile auto. I'm sorry, this is the Golden Anniversary parallel. The Golden Anniversary Refractor is numbered out of 10, I believe, or 5. But that's number 48. Coming in at number 47 is the 2018 Top Series 1 Rafael Devers Gold Parallel. Another item that was not ranked last year, 2018. I really consolidated my collection this year. So some of the items, some of the cards that were on the cusp last year have made it in this year. In at number 46, the card that got me back into collecting, the 2017 Clearly Authentic Buster Posey Rookie Reprint Autograph. This is numbered out of 45. Didn't make the list last year, but it is a card that I once sold that I will never sell again. Not making that same mistake. Up at number 45 is the 2018 Gypsy Queen Andrew Benintendi Bases Around the League. You'll see the Bases Around the League set pop up a couple times in the top 50 list. This is numbered out of 20. This card at one point had dropped pretty low value-wise when Benintendi was on the Royals, and he sort of surged back up with the Yankees trade during this past season. At number 44, we have the 2014 Topps Update Jacob DeGrom. This is the gold parallel, numbered out of 2014. I paid a lot more for this card than it is worth today. I got caught up, I think it was in early 2021 when he was putting up all-time numbers, and I said, hey, I need a card of DeGroms in my collection. Probably paid market for it at the time, but it's a cool card. Happy to have it in my collection, and I pair it up quite nicely with number 43 here, a fellow pitching icon. This is Pedro Martinez's 1992 Bowman in a PSA 10. This was actually number 28 on the list last year. It's fallen just a little bit from a value perspective, but this is an iconic card that will never go out of style. Pedro Martinez. Next up, we have an underrated parallel, in my opinion. This is the 2000 Upper Deck Nomar Garciaparra 2K plus silver. It's numbered out of 100. You can see down here, numbered out of 100. It's got a great Refractor shine. It sort of looks like a computer chip, a little bit like the blue chip prospect insert. But this was number 42 on the list last year. I just pegged it at the same amount, the same value, because they don't really sell too often. But another Nomar coming in at number 42. At number 41, you have the 1999 Top Stars Nomar. This is the 4-star foil parallel. So they have 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. This is the rarest parallel that they have from the set. And it's numbered out of 49. It's a little tough to see, but there's a 49 that's embossed right there. So this is number 46 of 49. Trying to complete the whole run of the top stars for Nomar from this year. They're tough to find though. They don't pop up all too often. At number 40, this is a card that's really fallen down the list. Again, it's at 40 this year, was at 24 last year. It's probably lost half of its market value in the last year, which is not atypical for modern basketball cards out there. It's the 2016 Panini Select Jaylen Brown Silver Prism. It's got some great refractor shine to it. This is, I think it's the courtside parallel. Cool card. I'm probably gonna, I don't know. We'll see if I am going to move it or not. Trying to take a closer look at my collection. Next up, number 39. This is a card you've probably seen a few times before. 1972 Topps Carlton Fisk rookie. This is in a PSA 7. Last year, it was number 35 on the list, 39 on the list this year. Pretty solid copy. You can see it's off-center top to bottom when you're holding it in a landscape orientation here. Just a classic all-time Red Sox rookie card for Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk right there. At number 38, we have another Gypsy Queen Bases Around the League card. This is of Carlos Correa. It is also numbered out of 20. We'll see what happens with him. Signed a big contract with the Giants that got canceled by a physical. Signed a big contract with the Mets, and it looks like he's running into the same issue. So we'll see where Correa is playing in 2023. But he had a great 2022 that really resurged his popularity a bit. At number 37, this is a card that I never expected to hold a lot of value. I had pulled this personally from 2018 Allen and Ginter. This is a mini framed auto of Tommy Wiseau. He is the brains behind the cult classic movie The Room. Fun, quirky card coming in at number 37. At number 36, these are the types of cards that I'm going to try and pick up more of. This is a 2022 purchase. It's the 2007 Honorable Numbers Patch Auto, numbered to Ray Bourque's jersey number out of 77. Excuse me. You have a 3-color patch, sort of beefy 3-color patch in there. Pretty plain back, just saying, hey, you got an autograph, congratulations. But as I continue to reevaluate what I have in my collection, I think it's these types of cards that are really going to take a focal point for me moving forward. Next up at number 35, we have another Gypsy Queen Bases Around the League card. This is Kris Bryant. At one point, this was the most expensive card in the set because it's numbered out of 10. Actually, second most expensive card in the little set. We'll see where Kris Bryant goes. He's really fallen off, but there's nothing like a little late restoration to your career that could turn your card values around. Coming in at number 34 is a guy that was in the MVP talk for quite a while this year, Manny Machado. This card is numbered out of 20, as you can see there. Back when he was on the Orioles. Now he's part of that stacked San Diego Padres lineup with Tatis, Soto, and the newest addition, Xander Bogaerts. Coming in at number 33 is the 1999 Skybox Premium Nomar Garciaparra Intimidation Nation insert. This is numbered out at 99. Got this from my buddy Haig. You can find him at LA Boss Cards on Instagram. Just such a cool insert. I don't know if Nomar is super intimidating here as some of the other guys, but I think it's a really cool card. Been looking to add it to my collection for a while and was able to pick it up this year. Next up is the first Cale Makar card that we have in the collection. This is the 2019 Ultimate Collection Ultimate Access Jersey Auto. This is numbered out of 134. Where is it? Here it is, up here. 135, sorry. Nothing special with the patch here, but I think when it comes to on-card autos, I think this is my favorite picture of his. It reminds me a little bit of Stadium Club, and it's not just like the generic headshot plus auto plus a patch. So happy to keep that in the collection. Number 31, we have another Ray Bourque Cup patch auto. This is from 2007 signature patch auto, numbered out of 25. Again, you have a 3-color patch. Is about as good as you can do with Bruins patches, given that it's really just yellow, black, and white, unless you're getting a Pooh Bear patch somewhere. Nothing crazy on the back there. Coming in at number 31. Coming in at number 30 is the 1998 Topps Finest Nomar Garciaparra Centurion Refractor, numbered out of 75. I think this card is so cool. Numbered out of 75 there. It's got a refractor finish on the front, got a refractor finish on the back. I didn't have it ranked last year, and I think that was just because it hadn't sold recently. I picked it up for a fraction of what it's worth today. And I actually have 2 more copies of this card with the peel version instead of just the refractor version. I just love the design. The basketball version of this card is also really sweet. The Kobe one sells for a lot of money. I think I might try and add a KG Centurion card, whether it's graded or a refractor, we shall see. Next up, we have MVP winner Paul Goldschmidt from the Gypsy Queen bases around the league again. Numbered out of 20 here. Goldschmidt had always been a top 5 first baseman since he came into the league, and I think this year was the year he really solidified his Hall of Fame case. He's probably still on the bubble, but just an absolute stud, and finally getting some of the recognition that he is really deserved. Next up, at number 29, we have the 1996 Topps Chrome Nomar Garciaparra Refractor. This is in a PSA 9. You can see there's a little bit of greening here. Also got this card from XX the Beast. They're really hard to find in a not greened copy. So this is about as good as I can find or have ever seen. Happy to add that to the collection. Here's the back. Next up, pretty big purchase for me early on in 2022. It's the 1999 Metal Universe Nomar PMG. This is the MLB PD insert. See, numbered 1 out of 50. Awesome card. I would kill for the base version of this, or the base PMG. You can see there's some paper loss in the bottom left-hand corner, so this is definitely a collection item and not something I'm looking to flip. Next up, at number 26, we have the 2014 David Pastrnak Young Guns. I actually traded with a local Brad Marchand collector. I had traded a Future Watch patch auto that is super sweet. I sort of regret the trade because you can find this card any day. The card that I had traded was pretty awesome, but happy to keep this in the collection. Pasternak had a really upsetting 2021 season. Look it up. He had lost his child after a couple months, and you could tell he was just distracted throughout the entire season. But he's really had a chance to rest, recover with his family over the offseason. He's had a very, very, very productive campaign through the start of 2022 so far. And then at number 25, we have the Upper Deck Retro Quantum Leap. This is numbered out of 50, and it's from 1998. You can see it's out of 50 here. This is just such a unique, cool and unique card. This is all foil. There's a little bit of a die cut here, die cut there. So it's not often you find them in great condition. I had bought this probably at the end of 2021. It was number 20 on the list at the time. And now it is down to number 25. Awesome card for the Nomar collection though. Next up, we have the 2014 Topps Update Mookie Betts. This is number 24 on the list, down from number 17 last year. This is in a PSA 9. You don't often find the Walmart blue border from 2013, 2014 in the Target red in great condition. They're not numbered, but because they were retail exclusive and there weren't a whole lot of people breaking retail at the time, you see very low pop counts on these. Mookie, mean muggin'. All right, next up at number 23, you have the 1999 Skybox Premium Nomar Spring Fling. This is the Star Rubies parallel, numbered out of 50. You can see the 50 on the back here. This is probably one of, if not my favorite Nomar card. I love the red hat. I love the refractor finish. It's almost like an X-Fractor. Just so cool, so much shine. Happy to add that to the collection. This was an early 2022 purchase as well. I had purchased it so early, I felt like I had purchased it a year before. Up next at number 22, 1999 UD Choice Nomar Garciaparra Star Quest Gold out of 100. I actually got this from someone in my Cale Makar collector chat. So there's a depth to this card. The gold border really seems to pop out at you when you're looking at it this way, that I had not appreciated until I had the card in hand. So another 2022 purchase there. A third 2022 Nomar purchase in a row. The 1998 Donruss Crusade Purple. This is numbered out of 100. So the only parallel that I have left to finish up is the red. I think that's out of 25. They don't pop up very often, and I know a handful of guys that are really going to jump at the opportunity to pick one up when it becomes available. Now at number 20, we have the 1960 Topps Carl Yastrzemski. This is his rookie card in a PSA 5. It's a great copy of the card, his rookie. You can see a little print defect there. Little print imperfections, but awesome copy of this card at an affordable price. This was number 13 on the list last year, coming in at number 20 this year. At number 19, we have the 1997 Fleer David Ortiz. This is his base rookie card in a PSA 10. This card had surged at the end of 2021 because everyone was getting ready for his potential Hall of Fame induction, which is actually panned out. So this was number 11 last year, coming in at number 19 this year. At number 18, we have the 1999 Skybox EX Century Essential Credentials Future. This is out of 119. Another 2022 Nomar edition. You can see 119 up in the top left-hand corner there. Great year for the Nomar PC, to be honest. A lot of cool cards added to the collection. Stuff that I wanted to acquire over a long period of time, and they all just happened to come out at the same time. Next up, at number 17, is another card, another basketball card that I bought during the peak. This is the first year of Optic, 2016 Optic, the Jaylen Brown Orange, and a PSA 10, numbered to 199. I saw an article that said he is number 10 in MVP voting this year. He'd get more love if he wasn't the number 2 on the team. Tatum is probably behind Jokic and Luka this year in MVP voting, but he's really having a spectacular year. Shouldn't take anything away from Jaylen's season, but it happens. Next up, at number 16, is the 2003 Upper Deck Young Guns of Patrice Bergeron. This is a great looking 8. I had gotten it graded this year. I was more optimistic that it would get a higher grade, but that's okay. This is his rookie card, likely going to be his final year in hockey, so make sure you go out and enjoy every game you can see. At number 15, we have the 2018 Topps Chrome Sapphire, Rafael Devers in a PSA 10. The pop is not very high on this. This is a card that I had traded for an Ovechkin Young Guns, which I no longer have in my collection, but I really wanted to keep this as sort of the apex, the pinnacle of the Devers card that I have in my PC. So I was able to pick it up at a much more affordable price than I was originally expecting. Another 2022 purchase for you. Next up is another Cale Makar card coming in at number 14. This was number 15 on the list last year. Big shout out to Amit. He had eyed this at a local card show for me and picked it up. It is the 2019 Upper Deck Ice Cale Makar Exquisite Rookie Tribute Auto. So this pays homage to the exquisite auto design from 2009-2010. Nice big bold auto. Not my favorite Cale Makar card. I'm probably going to try and move it somewhat shortly to pay for some cards that I purchased recently. But I will enjoy it in the collection while it's still here. At number 13, this is a card that has climbed way up the list. It was number 45 last year. The reason it's climbed so high is because I got it graded. Came back a Gem Mint 10. The 2010 Topps Chrome Buster Posey Rapper Redemption Refractor. Can't really pick up the shine here, but it looks great in person. I think it's an awesome photo of arguably the best catcher of the last 2 decades. I think he should be a Hall of Famer, but we shall see. Didn't really have the longevity that the Hall of Fame voters really look for. But he did win an MVP, he did win Rookie of the Year, and a bunch of World Series championships. At number 12, up from number 18 last year, is another Gypsy Queen bases around the league. This is Aaron Judge, numbered out of 20. This card was worth a lot less than I had paid for it at one point at the end of 2021. However, his, 63 home run campaign this year really had a surge in his prices. So happy to keep the set together and see the value of that one rise. All right, at number 11 is another Nomar card. This is 1998 Skybox EX 2001, the Essential Credentials Now, numbered out of 95. Just such a cool card. You can see out of 95 down there. It's acetate, so you can see my fingers behind it. The color is awesome. A copy had sold during 2022 that had like a lot of discoloration. Instead of this being this greenish hue, it was like super tan. It almost looked like it was housed in a smoker's house. This is a great copy of the card that I picked up this year. I'm very proud to have it in my collection. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the top 10. This card coming in at number 10 on the list was number 6 last year, and it is the 2018 Gypsy Queen Mike Trout bases around the league auto. It's in a BGS 8510 auto, numbered out of 10. This was one of the high points of my collecting in 2021. I had been chasing one for quite some time. I was finally able to add it. Next up, we have at number 9, the 2014 Bowman Chrome, first Bowman auto of Mookie Betts. This is in a 9.510. Probably the best auto, the tightest and most crisp auto I've seen on this card. I'd like to eventually upgrade to a refractor or a blue refractor on this card, but I'm having trouble parting with this guy. I think it's just a great copy of the card. It was at number 5 last year. It's dropped to number 9 this year, in part to some value declines, but also in part to some of the bangers that I've picked up in 2022. Next up, at number 8, we have the 1951 Bowman Ted Williams in a PSA 6. This card was number 3 on the list last year. It's lost a bit of value this year, but happy to keep it in the collection. I have a couple Ted Williams, 2 of which that you'll see shortly. Spoiler alert, but this is just a great copy of the card. Very similar to the 1950 Bowman, which does not have the nameplate and it doesn't have the clouds in the background, but it's essentially the same photo there. Coming in at number 7 is another card I got graded this year, the 2003 Future Watch auto of Patrice Bergeron in a PSA 9. Again, great auto. It's numbered out of 900. This is the grail of a lot of modern Bruins collectors out there. Very pleased with the grade. I don't know where the imperfection on it is, but on anything not ultra modern, a 9 or a 10 is really the best you can ask for, in my opinion. Coming in at number 6 is the 2001 SP Authentic Future Watch Rookie, numbered out of 1250 of Albert Pujols in a PSA 9. This was a card that I purchased early on in 2022 from Golden. It was at a price that I really couldn't ignore. And it had always been a card I wanted to add to the collection. Great copy. It's not a 10, but that's all right. Yeah, I pulled the trigger on it. But when you buy this card, you need to pair it up with his brother. Coming in at number 5 is another Future Watch rookie from 2001. And this is the Ichiro Suzuki. Again, numbered out of 1250, PSA 9. This was a card that I picked up at the National this year. This was my big National acquisition. So I got the Pujols and the Ichiro paired up together. Great all-time baseball player, is going to be the cornerstone of my baseball collection, along with a few other cards you'll see. Coming in at number 4 is another 2022 purchase. It's a Cale Makar limited logos. So you can see this is numbered 50 out of 50. Picked this up from Van Mish Cards. You can find him on Instagram. Just an incredible collection. From 2019, the Cup. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4 color patch on this, nice and beefy, with some of the strands sort of pulled out. I collect Cale Makar. I wanted to add sort of the apex of his cards available, minus any of the 101s. And this was a card that had been at the top of my list for quite some time. So that's coming in at number 4. Number 3 is the 1939 play ball Ted Williams in a PSA 3. Believe it or not, this was another 2022 purchase. I actually bought it from our good friend B. Roth. So Brian, thank you for helping me secure this Ted Williams Grail. PSA 3. No staining. Centering's off left to right, but the eye appeal of this card, the photo clarity, the boldness of the blacks in this photo on a classic batter stance is just something that will be in my collection for a very, very, very long time. Coming in at number 2 was last year's number 1 card, the 1954 Wilson Franks Ted Williams in a PSA 2. I'll never get tired of this card. Food issue card, absolutely gorgeous. Let the card do the talking. The thing about this card is because there's white borders, you can't really tell that it's off-centered. It's off-centered bottom to top, which is probably why I got the 2. But I'm not complaining. It looks fantastic. So that's number 2. And our new number 1 card for 2022 is something that I worked really hard for. I made a play for this card from War Chief Cards over the summer. Something that I never thought was even in my stratosphere of acquiring, but it is the cornerstone of my Cale Makar collection. Here it is. The 2019 Exquisite Rookie Patch Auto out of 8. This card has a huge patch. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 colors there. There's an auto at the bottom. Silver foil all around. It's got some stats on the back along with some of the text that says Upper Deck agrees with the authentication of the auto here. You got the silver foil outlining the entire thing. And that is the number 1 card in the collection for 2022. Exquisite Rookie Patch Auto of Cale Makar, dethroning the 1954 Wilson Franks Ted Williams.